Hi everyone. So I keep getting told my bracelets and the things I make are too pricey, and people don't understand. When people list their things on what they're selling, it goes by how much they bought the beads for, or the string, or the packaging. And when I get told $10 for a bracelet is overpriced, such as my Dalmatian one, I look at it as Michael's is a craft store here where I live in Alberta, Canada. And that art store, if you look it up and you turn it to the Canadian area, you will see those beads are not cheap to buy. I can't even go there to shop anymore because their beads are so outrageous, it's crazy. When I went there to start off making clay beaded bracelets and all that, I bought some strands of clay beads, and I counted how many were on that one strand. 200. You think, oh, that's great. I spent $16 on that. Now, if you look at it and you make a bracelet that fits a regular woman-sized wrist, well, that bracelet takes 186 clay beads you need to make a bracelet like that. Now, as you guys can see here, that's not a lot of beads I'm left with. It's quite sad and pretty upsetting. So I sell my bracelets for $10 to cut the price of how much I'm paying for beads, as well as shipping and everything else, the beads, the string, the packaging. None of that's cheap for me to buy. I already don't even buy business cards. I have to make them because they're that expensive here. I think it's like $80 for 50 cards, 50 business cards. Ow. And yeah, that's why I do what I do, and that's why my stuff is the price it is. Now, I know everyone, depending where they live, is how much they sell their stuff for. There's a lot of businesses I watch. They're from the US. They have a bead store that's dirt cheap. If I lived there, my bracelets wouldn't be 10, they'd be 5. And not all my bracelets are going to be $10. Remember, the bracelets I make typically have glass beads, and we all know those aren't cheap either. I have a bracelet that I'm going to list soon that's ceramic glass beads. It's strictly all ceramic glass. And that one's going for $30. It sells on Etsy for $40. So if it sells on Etsy for $40, I'm going to list mine for $30. And I'm going to see if it works. Now, I started recording because I'm not trying to criticize this business owner you guys see. But if you want to talk about my bracelets and jewelry being overpriced, and I already made a community page showing in person, I walked into a store and all it was just plastic beads all the way around, and you saw $20. And I only sell mine for $10 to $15. Not all my bracelets are going to be that price. Some of them are going to be $6. And for the kids, with their little tiny wrists, I don't charge $10. I charge $5. So for all of you that are getting mad at me, oh, your bracelets are so pricey. No, they're not pricey. It depends on your wrist size and the type of bracelet it is. If it's clay, glass, plastic, so on. Now, this business owner, she claims that she sells real gold bracelets. Now, I'm not trying to be rude here, but I looked at her shop and all her shop reviews are fake. How do I know they're fake? They're all made on the same day, and none of the profiles have pictures. Now, just by looking at her so-called gold bracelet, it's not gold. You know those so-called, they look like gold beads, but they're really plastic? That's not real gold. That's plastic. Those stars are plastic, and she's selling that for $35. And you're wondering, no one's gonna buy that. Well, they are buying it. Because there are some reviews on her page that are real. and people are buying it for that price. So you guys can see how that's a little disturbing to me, and she's also in the US. Now, I don't know how she's able to sell her jewelry for this much money. As a Canadian, I can say that it's not right. It's way too overpriced. See, like, look at this. 42, 11, 11, 11, 11, $28 for a clay beaded bracelet. Okay, I don't even sell mine for that much, and she's in the US, and everything there is 100% cheaper. I'm starting to support Temu, which actually, for anyone who lives in Canada and is trying to buy beads, go buy beads from them. They're cheaper by far. They don't charge for shipping, and it's awesome. I only had a small issue with them, but you know what? At least I still got something out of it. So you see this one here. That one, $42. Not for those 3 so-called real gold bracelets, but for one is $42. And the rings that she's selling are not hers. She's buying them from a second-hand place, and she's selling them for that much money, $21. And the stuff that she's selling is it bothers me. Because for business owners to try to sell their things and calculate the prices of everything, my stuff, if you compare it to many other businesses that are in Canada, I'm not expensive. All I'm trying to do is get my money back, plus a little bit extra for the time, the effort, the patterns, and the ideas I came up with. All the bracelets I have made were all my own idea. And a lot of the clay beaded bracelets I have made have glass beads on them, or charms, which are metal. So, and as you know, charms are another thing here in Canada that is expensive beyond belief. Like, if you go into Michael's, and I have a friend who, she went into Michael's and she bought a tiny clay beaded set, and it is $60. Now, as you guys saw my set, that's pretty much, but she got one case for that amount of money. So anyone who thinks of criticizing a business for how much they're charging their stuff for, unless they're really outrageous like this, don't do it. You don't know anything about the stores that these people shop from. Like, such as myself, you don't know how expensive Canada is. And some of you that live here in Canada and go, oh, it's not that pricey. Well, if you have money, you may not find it a big deal, but for people who don't have money and are trying to start up a small business, it's tough. Now, I would appreciate it if I can stop getting all the hate comments on, my bracelets are overpriced, you're not going to sell anything. Look into the information first before criticizing a business on how expensive their stuff is. Because I don't appreciate it, and I'm sure many other businesses don't appreciate it as well. I appreciate all of you that were listening in on this, and I'll be trying to list some of my bracelets on Poshmark throughout the week here before December 1st hits. If that doesn't work, then I will make that video of those 3 freebies on December 5. Hopefully. I will see you guys all. I will talk to you guys next time.